Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we have some Call of Duty news, specifically Warzone news. We're mostly going to be covering Warzone despite the fact that we're primarily a multiplayer channel here, but the information is pretty interesting and I think a lot of people are going to be interested in it. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So you guys may have heard of Project Aurora. This was that closed Warzone mobile alpha that for some reason is tied to all the other Call of Duty projects. So every time they update that closed alpha, we kept getting so much data mined information. Well, they officially gave it a name. It's now going to be called Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. They gave us this little bit of a teaser trailer here, not really a whole lot to go off of, besides the fact that we have that plane right there, and also they say that more information will be coming out during Call of Duty Next on September 15th. So not only will we be getting Modern Warfare 2 information and Warzone 2 information, we're also going to be getting Call of Duty Warzone Mobile information. But going back to the plane, that was the same plane that we saw on Verdansk, and the question is, a lot of people are speculating right now, is perhaps Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is going to feature the map Verdansk. It would actually make sense with all the other news that we're going to be covering here in this video. So next up here, we have Tom Henderson, somebody I've covered countless times here in the channel, one of the most credible guys in the gaming industry when it comes to leaks and news and things like that. He says it looks like the original Warzone will continue to receive updates and DLC. Warzone will be renamed to Warzone Caldera on November 28th. So again, take that with a grain of salt. It's leaked information, but it does make sense. It does line up with things that we've heard in the past. It looks like Warzone Legacy, which is what we thought it was going to be called, is now going to be called Warzone Caldera, which sort of makes sense, right? So can you picture it here? Can you picture things falling into line here? We have Warzone Mobile featuring the Verdansk map. We have Warzone Caldera, which is what's going to be on your Xboxes and your PlayStations and PC and things like that. Like the original Warzone will be on the Caldera map, and then of course with Warzone 2 we get a brand new map. And speaking of Warzone 2, we have this information coming in from Metaphor right here. I've seen some things from Metaphor in the past. It's not somebody that I'm overly familiar with. I trust the information because Charlie Intel is making news articles about this, so I trust what Charlie Intel has to say and I trust their judgment. But Metaphor says Warzone 2 update. This is apparently after Metaphor had watched some early Warzone 2 gameplay. NPCs are in the map randomly. Container-based looting as well as floor loot. Different sized backpacks for storage space. New contracts. The helicopter from the high-rise area of the map is going to be usable. That was to be expected, but still pretty cool. No more toxic gas coming into the map. It's now a dust storm. I like that change. And tires can be shot out from cars. Also a pretty cool change. So just to kind of quickly talk about that very first bit, you guys may be wondering about the NPCs that are going to be supposedly in Warzone 2 and rumored to be in like all different aspects of Modern Warfare 2. Well, NPCs in a battle royale do actually work. I mean, people don't like when I bring it up, man, but Fortnite's been doing this forever. You go talk to the NPC, they can act as a sort of a vendor. Sometimes you can hire this AI NPC to follow you around depending on how much of the in-game currency you have for playing the game and doing things on the map. Like, NPCs could definitely work. It's not really something that we've really seen too much of in Warzone before, but it could definitely work. When they talk about the idea of container-based looting as well as floor loot, there's going to be guns and stuff on the ground, and then there's going to be containers, right? You look back at Blackout, you look at Warzone, you open up a box, man, loot comes out. That's what we're talking about there. There are going to be a number of old school, classic, iconic Modern Warfare locations on the map itself. We saw in a previous teaser trailer the outline of High Rise. That's going to be there as well. Getting rid of the toxic gas and making it a dust storm, I think, is actually a good move, because for some reason people still cling to this idea that Call of Duty is somehow realistic, and I think the idea of like the gas coming in is a bit overdone, and the idea of like a sandstorm coming in instead, I think that sounds actually pretty interesting. It's going to do the same thing essentially. Maybe it's going to be harder to see when you're out in the storm, like literally the storm now, as compared to just calling it the storm. So that could be pretty interesting. But guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Those are 3 little bits of information. We have Warzone Mobile, and more information on that is going to be coming out in 6 days time on September 15th during Call of Duty Next. the same time, we're going to be learning about Modern Warfare 2 as well as Warzone 2. Apparently, the current Warzone, like the Warzone that's about to become old, is going to be rebranded to Warzone Caldera and feature the Caldera map, which has been forever, and mobile is going to have the Verdansk map, and then Warzone 2 is going to have the brand new map that, of course, we don't really know too much about as of right now, but of course, we will be getting a lot more information here in a couple of days at Call of Duty Next. But guys, that's it for this video here today. As always, I'll keep you guys posted as we learn more and as more stories develop, but for right now, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.